Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Karis for those who are new here, and I make crochet plushies. In this video, we're going to be working on and finishing a crochet sunflower granny square bag that I had started in the last video, if you had seen that. We tried blocking for the first time, which I've never done before, but I'm so glad I learned how to do it because it makes everything look so much better. And we work on quite a few other projects as well. So without further ado, let's get right into the video. Good afternoon, friends. It is currently 12 o'clock. Actually, to be more specific, it's 12:14. We are currently sitting in the living room in a nursing chair that my sister got for me. And it's really nice because it's, you know, one of those rocking chairs. So it's super comfortable, and we will be using that later because we are currently 22 weeks pregnant. We are past the halfway mark. And we have Toby with us. Toby. Anyway, I brought it up because we are sitting by the window. This is a nice little, we don't have an outdoor patio yet or anything of the sorts where I could put furniture out there and sit out there when it's really nice like this. So this actually comes in handy because I can sit in this chair by my big old window that is pointing outside to my garden that you guys have seen before, which you can't really see it because it's like super bright, but like this is not very pretty, but there's stuff over here that's really pretty to look at. It's kind of hard to show you guys in the camera. Anyway, we are finishing up our granny square project, our sunflower project. We finally got our new cotton yarn in from Michael's. So we have a yellow, an off-white, and a brown color. So all of the granny squares that we did prior are kind of negated right now because we don't have the yarn to finish those, and it's different yarn than this yarn. So we really only have 3 granny squares completed and we need like 13 of them. So I need to make 10 more. They take me like 20 to 25 minutes ish to complete, so it's gonna take us a little bit of time. And this is definitely taking a lot longer than I thought it was going to for the bag. So we're probably gonna have to charge a pretty penny for this, unfortunately. Anyway, we're gonna make more granny squares, and then I have a blocking board that I just got. It's all the way over there, so I'm not gonna show it to you yet because I don't want to get up. But I have a blocking board that we finally got, so we can go ahead and start blocking them, which is the first time I'll be doing that. And then once those are dry, which is gonna take a while, it's gonna be a while to be honest. It's gonna be a few days probably. I heard like 48 hours maybe, like what, to wait for them to dry. So after that, we'll probably work on the axolotl and finally finish that up because we got the little safety eye tool thingy, so we'll try that. Let's get started. Okay, so I said I needed 9 more. I just finished 1, so I need 8 more. I think I'm gonna go ahead and do the brown inner part of the granny square and just get 8 of those made so that I don't have to worry about that. And then do all of the sunflower parts for all of them, and then go through and do all of the white parts for all of them. So I think that's what our game plan is gonna be. So we're gonna start on making the 8 center parts of the sunflowers. And there's number 1. We've got 9 of our round centers to our granny squares. It was originally supposed to be 8, but I did the math again in my head while I was crocheting them, and I realized that I said 13. I needed 13 squares, and if I did 8, I would have 12 squares. So we needed 1 more. Now we can go ahead and start adding the yellow, but I do have to water my garden first. So brief intermission. Okay, I took a longer detour than expected. We are back on and it is 2:17. Took a little while, took about an hour to do what I was gonna do because then I ran into the new neighbors that moved in. So they had some questions about the land and stuff. So I brought my dad over and we had a chat. But now that I'm back, my chair has been taken over. Oh, can't see because my hair. My chair has been taken over. So guess I'm gonna sit on the couch and finish up and start our next set. Don't you just love it when you're crocheting along and then you run into this wonderful little surprise? One down, 8 more to go. All right, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, and 9 of our sunflowers, and now we just have to do the white parts. We are getting there. It is in the evening already, but I think this is going faster doing it piece by piece as opposed to just finishing all of one square and then moving on to another square. I think I'm going a little bit faster doing it this way. Maybe I'm not, maybe it just feels like it, but at least it feels like it. So it is 6:37. I did not finish all of my sunflowers yet. I still have 6 left, so we only did like 3. All together, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 sunflower squares. But my hands and my knuckles are like on fire right now, so I don't know if I can crochet more, but I am going to go ahead and try out the blocking. Might as well get it started. So we have our blocking board out. This is just a blocking board that I got off of Amazon, and it comes with this little stand here where it'll sit in the middle if you want to display it. And it has these little peg sticks that come with it as well. My camera's also gonna die soon probably. And then also I have a spray bottle filled with just regular water. I've never blocked anything before, but I have watched quite a few videos to try and see how it's done, and it seems like a pretty simple process, nothing too extraordinary. So we'll just get right into it. We have our squares right here. One of the videos I saw where they just took the sticks and laid the square out, and then you put them in the holes. You put them in the very corners of your square to try and stretch them out into a square shape. So I'm pretty sure that that is the gist of it. My camera's gonna die. But yeah, you just stick them on there and then you just keep going all the way. I'm gonna do 4 layers, 4 pegs, and then you can, if you need to, if you need more, just stick the ones on top and slide them in just like that to add more. But first you want to make sure that you spray your square with some water before you do that. So I'm going to go ahead and add these, and my camera's probably going to die while I do that. so I might charge it for a second. Okay, so we got it a little bit more charged, enough to finish this part. And I also made another granny square while I was waiting for my camera to charge. It looks like with this pegboard, it fits 4 granny squares perfectly. So I don't really have to guess where to put the pegs at for it to be the proper size. Here are our first 4 squares. Looks pretty good. Oh, it looks so cute. Now I'm just gonna take my plain old water and I'm just gonna spray them. Give them a light misting to get them wet. Now we only have 4 more squares, so we're just gonna slide those right on top. Our granny squares are blocked on the board and we just have to wait for them to dry. And I still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more squares to finish. Whether or not I will do that today remains to be seen. It is 7:17, so it's getting pretty late and I think my hands could definitely use a break. But at the same time, I don't want to stop, you know, I want to get it done. So I might crochet some more in a little bit, maybe like in an hour or 2. Maybe hold some ice in my hands or eating that and then go. And there's my air. My AC just turned on. Bye for now. Good afternoon, friends. It is the next day and it is like 5 something. It's 5 o'clock. But just to give you guys an update, I did finish the last 5 granny squares we needed. So now I'm gonna go ahead and toss them on my little blocking board here and get them blocked. These are looking pretty good, the ones that we did yesterday. They're looking nice and sturdy and square-like, which is really cool, but I'm probably still gonna leave them on here for another day, just because that's what everything said was 48 hours to completely dry, which they feel dry, but might as well just leave them. So I'm gonna put the rest of them on here and give them a good old spray, and we'll set it aside and wait for them to completely dry. Good morning, friends. It is the next day. It is currently, well, good afternoon, I guess, because it's 1:51 in the afternoon. Anyway, we are still waiting on our sunflower squares to dry, and I'm sure they are fully dried by now, but I'm gonna give them till the end of the day today. So while I wait, I wanted to do as many as I can, sunflower squares in a black outline instead of a white outline. So I thought they would be really pretty and it would give me 2 bags to work with instead of 1. So I'm gonna go ahead and make some more sunflower squares and torture myself again. I don't know if we'll get all 13 done, but at least I'll get the process going and be productive while we're waiting on our other sunflower squares. I'm probably gonna do it just like I did last time, maybe make a few of the centers before I go ahead and do the rest of the square. But I'm definitely not making 13. I'm probably gonna make a few at a time, maybe 3 or 4 of them, just to put a dent in it, because if I make 13 of these, I might actually cry. So I finished 2 of the sunflower parts to the squares. I haven't put the black pieces on yet, but I think what I'm gonna do is go ahead and let my camera charge, sit on the charger, and I'm gonna go to the garden store. And then I will be back to finish the squares. I spent a lot more time at the garden center than I anticipated yesterday. I got a lot of plants. Well, technically not a lot. I really only bought like 7, maybe. I did spend a lot of time though just like looking around at everything because I just really like looking at things. I'm 2 addictions, okay? Yarn and plants. So what do you expect? But I didn't really end up doing anything yesterday because I came home and it was later in the evening. So I just made dinner and chilled out for the rest of the evening. But we did get 2 sunflower squares done in the black. I really like the black actually. It's very classy and clean, and I don't know, I just really like the black. Our squares on the blocking board should be ready by now. However, I have not gotten the fabric yet, so I could put the squares together and sew them together in the shape of the bag and then wait to do the lining afterwards, but I don't really know how to do the lining, so I have to do some research first and see if I have to do that first before I put the bag together or not, so I don't completely mess this up. So I think I'm just gonna leave the squares on the granny square board until I get the fabric, which hopefully should be in the next few days. So I'm probably gonna add these to our blocking board just to get those going, and we're gonna finish that axolotl that I really needed to finish like 2 months ago. So we're gonna work on that and see how well our safety eye tool works. Hopefully it works well. Here is our axolotl, and here is his eyes. He looks a little alien or fish-like right now, which I guess he is an amphibian, so I suppose it fits. And the eyes look like they're a little big, but my brother approved them, he liked them, so we're going with it. What I have to do is attempt to put these backs on, which doing it by hand is absurdly impossible. So we bought this, which is supposed to be a little safety eye tool to help clamp on the safety eye backs. And I do not know how well it works. I've never used it before. I've never seen anybody use it. The reviews says it works great. Lots of people talk about them, but still, I don't know what I'm doing. So I guess I'm just gonna try and place this over the eyeball and push it down. And hopefully it works. It doesn't feel like it's doing anything, if I'm gonna be honest. Kind of feels like it gets it for a second, but it doesn't really go all the way down. Which, you know, it's kind of my fault because this thing says that it's only good for up to 20mm eyes, and these are 25mm. So, I mean, it probably definitely something to do with it because it probably isn't able to get around or get enough traction on there to push it down. So we are out of luck with that. I'm gonna see if my husband can push these on with his might, and hopefully he is able to. Because I can't. Okay, unfortunately he was unsuccessful. These are just ridiculously hard to get on there. But I did find these pink ones that are smaller. Pretty sure they're 20mm safety eyes. And the ones that I'm working with right now are 25mm. So these should fit with the tool. So if I can't get them on, the tool should be able to get them on. The only thing is I didn't really want them to be pink. I wanted them to be purple, but I don't have any more that are purple. So this will have to do. Pink still looks good anyway. Makes them stand out. Get them positioned right on there. Do we like it? I like it. Okay. We'll try this again. Alright, well that just popped right on. Didn't even need the tool for that. We're struggling. Alright, and then we got the second one on. They're pink eyes instead of purple, which is okay. And they're a little bit smaller, so it fits the plushie a little bit more, so I'm sure my brother will be fine with that. Now we can keep going, finally, and never use these on plushies again. Or at least get a bigger tool that is meant for 25mm safety eyes, because that is ridiculous. So we have all of our axolotl parts kind of strewn on the couch over here. We've got his body, his feet, his gills, and his little frill down at the bottom. I am gonna go ahead and take a break though because I am hungry and baby is hungry. I'm probably gonna go ahead and just make, it's only 2:30 right now, but I'm probably gonna go ahead and just make some zuppa Toscana soup. It is very rainy and dreary and dark and cold today, so it's just the perfect day for some soup. Plus I love it, it's amazing. So I'm gonna do that and just have it done so that I don't have to make anything tonight, so that I can just keep crocheting as long as I want without interruptions. So I'm gonna go ahead and get that done. So it might be a little while before you see me again. Bitches. Alright, we just finished. It was very good. So that took me about 2 hours, maybe, well, no, maybe like an hour and a half. But it's well worth it. It is so good. It is like the best recipe I've ever used. Now, on to sewing all of our body parts onto our big axolotl. We finished sewing on all of the parts to our axolotl. So cute. I love this pattern. It's a free pattern on Instagram. If you want to check it out, I will link it in the description box below so you can make your own little jumbo axolotl. But I love how big they are, and hopefully my brother is going to be super happy with this. Good morning, friends. It is currently 10:22 in the morning. We are getting a earlier start today. Anyway, we have our market coming up, and we have all of our finished granny squares done on the blocking board. So now we're gonna put them together. I don't know about lining them, like I said that I wanted to line them earlier, because I haven't gotten the fabric yet, and it's gonna take me a lot longer to do that. And this market is coming up on Saturday, and I have to set up on Friday, so I have so much I need to do, so I don't know if I'll have enough time to line it. So either I will take it with me to the market without a line, or I will wait and take it to my next market after I have lined it. We're still debating on that. But before we can even line it, we need to put it together. So I didn't follow any actual specific crochet granny square bag pattern yet. I went on and found a free sunflower granny square pattern, as you guys know. Now I'm just finding a tutorial on YouTube on how they attach their granny squares to make the crochet bag. So I didn't actually like download any pattern or follow anything specific, but I can link the tutorial on how they attach the granny squares in the description box below if you want to check this tutorial out on YouTube as well and try it yourself. So that's what we're gonna be doing for the next few hours, I'm assuming. It's gonna take a little bit of time, I think, because I still have to make all of the outlines and the handles, but we're gonna get it done. We're gonna get it done. Okay, we just finished putting them all together for the first part, part 1. This took me probably an hour and a half. I don't know, honestly. It took me a while. Now we just have to finish it up and do the sides. I tried to do as little tails as possible, but we still have quite a few tails, but I think I minimized that as best as possible. And she didn't even show you on the video how to put them together. She just kind of put up a diagram, so I just followed this picture. But after we get them all sewn together to get the bag part, then we'll start doing the outline around the top and the handles, which she will show us that part, so we'll be able to do that. But we still have some more sewing to do. Well, technically not sewing, because it's slip stitches actually with the hook, which kind of makes it a little easier, I think, as opposed to having to use a tapestry needle, so I do like that part. But yes, more to do before we can get to the actual bag part. Okay, we finally got everything sewn together. Look at how cute that looks. Oh, I really love this. It looks great in the camera. It looks great in person too, but like it's really coming through in the camera, which is nice. Anyway, finally sewed everything together, and we got most of the tails taken care of except for the 2 on the top, which I'm really hoping that we can work into the project when we start adding the handles and the trim. So that's what we're going to do next, but I'm going to eat first before we get started on that. And it's probably going to take us another hour or maybe even 2. I don't know. To do this, not to eat. And we're back. It is 1:13. Now it's time to get started, and I already watched the first instructions, and she said that the first thing that she does is just do 1 round of single crochet all the way around the top. So time to get started. It is currently 3:40, 2 hours later, but we are finally done. This is really cute. I like it a lot. I'm not entirely sure if I like how I attach the squares to each other, because it does have a bit of a bump kind of in between them, and I really wanted it to be more flat across and even. But for the first time and the first one that I've done, I really do like it. It's really cute and took a long time. I do want to line it because there are holes in it, like quite a bit of holes because of the granny squares, but it looks really good. Because I want to line it, I don't think I'm going to take it to my market this Saturday, but I'm definitely going to try to line it before my next market in June so that I can take it there and see what happens. But this took forever. I think total time was probably like 8 hours. I think total time was like 8 hours on this thing. I don't know if I'm gonna make more of those to sell a bunch of them. Maybe leisurely I will in my spare time if I ever get the urge to make it again. But I think for now I'm gonna stick with making plushies. So that is everything for this week's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to leave a like and subscribe so you don't miss our next upload. You can check out these crochet vlogs here, and I will catch you guys there. Bye for now.